Okay, begin. Okay, so it has been a while. I semi-remember where I left off in all of this. Kinda. Something weird. Oh, that's right. Legosi and Q finally came to an understanding, and they're going to be training as, well, with respect now, I suppose. So before we start, something's a little different now. Unfortunately, my headset just kind of like stopped working on me, so I'm trying something just a little bit different. I picked up a microphone. I've had it for a while. I just haven't used it since I got it, which is weird. I was so used to my headset. So it's the Yeti X, so we're going to be trying out the Yeti X and seeing how it works. If I'm a little off my game, it's because, I need to adjust to it. My old headset was useful. It was a cheap headset. It was like a Logitech G240 or something like that. I have sensitive perception of stimuli, so it was really good with kind of like keeping things contained, so I don't like get distracted or hear every little thing. I could just sit back and just chill and read these chapters, but now that I don't have it, kind of stressed out, not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of stressed out, and hopefully I'm not too all over the place, so this is gonna be different. So hopefully the audio quality comes out just fine, and the desktop audio, because my background music, pon shit, that's, kind of like a signature for me now, so hopefully it comes out just fine. If it's not, I promise I will do this chapter all over again, so hopefully everything's okay. So, anyway, let's get on with the chapter. Welcome to Beastars, chapter 162, An Early Afternoon with the Good Wife and Wise Mother. So, this looks like Melon's mom? Who else would it be? I completely forgot. Man, I haven't read Beastars in quite some time. I'm pretty sure this is Melon's mom. Have we seen her? Have I seen her? I'm trying to think back to my older chapters I did not reread. I'm just kind of like going off of memory here. It's Melon's mom. So, when was the last time I did a chapter? Has it been 2 weeks or 3 weeks? I'll be more consistent, I promise. I need to figure out my headset situation. It's not good. Not good for me. But, Yeti X don't fail me now. So let's see. Melon, we're having hot pot today. Okay, I should have read that before. Okay, totally, it's Melon's mom. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so... Okay. So, so this might... Okay, so it might be a flashback chapter. We might go into a flashback at some point, maybe? Alright, let's see. I think one of us wanted to use our new reputation as an excuse to fool around. If you want, I could find out who did it. There are many kinds of female scents, but only 2 types. The scents of a grown-up female and a young female. Do you know why? A grown-up female and a young female. Because females change as they grow up. They become love monsters. Which is why I hate the scent of the grown-up female. Melon hates the scent of a grown-up female. Okay. So this is like, what, did they go to like some type of strip club? Like the Shishigumi boys just kind of like went out and had a good time? Or maybe it was a gata looking all innocent over there. It's the scent of my mama. Mama? Mama. Okay, it's mama. So that's why he hates the scent of adult females, is because it reminds him of his mother. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna be going in and out into like flashbacks, maybe. So a question I had before: what happened to Melon's mom? So maybe that gets answered. Maybe in this chapter, we'll see. But so he has hate for his mother, and I guess this is gonna be the chapter we find out why. Let's see how that goes. Well, it's kind of weird that Melon would comment on that, because I'm trying to think back to how he reacted with Paru. It was more so with curiosity with Paru, I guess. Huh. You know, I'm not too sure. It was weird. I gotta go back and read that. I don't remember. Not gonna lie. I really don't remember. It'll come back to me at some point. It always does, though. Let's see. Mama. So, young Melon here. Did you buy them for me? The green onions? Whenever I catch a whiff of this scent, I remember. That sickly sweet voice, and the room adorned in flowers and lace. Mama made the apartment room we lived in look like a castle. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So Melon, that's interesting. I said that twice, but the noise. I really need a new headset. Everything's so overwhelming right now, but all right, we're gonna power through it. So let's see. So he brought attention to the way their apartment looked, right? How everything looks like it's just, well, like a castle, like royalty, like I can imagine it, because you see these like bubbles right here. They do this when they want to place emphasis on something, or if something looks like beautiful, or it's like eye-catching. That's what they do, right? So I think what Melon is trying to like emphasize is how it looks like when you step into this apartment, this apartment room. It looks like you stepped into another world, essentially. That's what I'm getting from this. And look at these dolls in the back right here. Like, everything is clean and elegant, and it's just pleasant to be in. It's nice, like a Disney movie. Well, not that extreme, but just something out of a fantasy, essentially. So you look here, you see, is that a rabbit? Or is that or does this represent like the family right here? Like, I see gazelle horns, like Melon's horns right here. I see, that looks like a rabbit, or it might represent the mother right here, and then this guy in the middle might represent Melon, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I just thought it was kind of weird, the choices. I'm pretty sure that's a rabbit, though, and that's something else. It's a stretch, because I was just looking at the gazelle horns and went this way, but we'll see. Thanks for getting them for me. I can't go outside as much as I'd like to. Why'd she say that? This apartment is filled with mean neighbors, Have they done anything to make you feel bad? No. No. Okay. I'm getting... I don't like that. I wasn't prepared for it, but, I'm sensitive, but I'm getting Liano vibes again. Like, I don't know why. Hopefully it's not going that direction, but I'm getting Liano vibes. Legosi's mom. For those who don't know. But, I mean, you should. Like, if you watch, my videos in, like, chronological order, then that's who I mean. But if you just so happen to stumble across in this chapter, Liano is Legosi's mom. I'm trying to get my thoughts straight. I really need a headset. But, let's see. So she's saying she can't go outside as much as she'd like to. And she puts emphasis on how they have mean neighbors. So I take it that she doesn't have like a social life outside, right? So bullying, perhaps. Let's see. I forgot this was here. Let's see. Okay, so these are the neighbors. They're cloaked in shadow. No familiarity. So these are the neighbors here. So let's see. Did you know the female leopard and the gazelle boy who always wears a mask are mother and son? What about the gazelle husband? The word is she predated him. Huh? Oh, so they're just gossiping about her right here. What's her name? I don't think I don't think a name was given. So, just Melon's mom right here. So that's the word. So, I wonder if she received some type of bullying or whatever, right? So she sends Melon out like whenever. So she's just, I don't know if she works or whatever. She has to work or go outside at some point, right? Unless I don't know how it works with them though, you know, because we've seen during the Legacy and Juno chapter when they went out to eat, we've seen how society pretty much praises like same species romance, right? They get special benefits, and even their government supports them with special not stipends, stipends, so they can support their family. I wouldn't imagine you would get any of that if you had a child by another a member of a different species, right? And for him to be born out of wedlock at that's, I'd imagine, you would think they'd be struggling, but we don't really know what she does. I'm trying to think of the economics of it all, but maybe I'm just looking too far into that. But she's getting bullied. That's the point, right? And we've seen the bullying that happens with Melon, and Melon at school and whatnot. So, and I just wonder, like, what's the brunt that she receives of it, because she doesn't want to go outside for a reason, and this is that reason. So let's move on and find out. Let's see. But despite all the gossip, Mama never told me anything about my missing papa. Oh, he doesn't know. Okay. And I never told Mama that I was getting bullied in school for being a hybrid. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So why isn't Melon man, stuff like this breaks my heart. Like, you have a parent. You would think, like, when you have a parent and it's just you two, your parent, your mother, or father, or whatever, that's supposed to be like your confidant, especially if you have a good relationship with them, So it's like, him not, a kid, like he was around like Legacy age when he was, when Legacy was this age. So, not being able to talk to his like parent, like the only person, I'd imagine, the only person that we've seen treat him with kindness and whatnot, right? Because Melon gets bullied at school, and from what we've seen, Melon doesn't have any friends at all because of his status as a hybrid, which really sucks, because even with Legacy, at least Legacy had Jack, Melon doesn't. Melon has his mom, but other than that, he doesn't seem like he really has anyone. And even Gosha, like, at least Legacy had his mom for a short time. I don't want to talk about her, but at least let me change gears. At least Legacy had Gosha. Melon has his mom here, right? I lost my train of thought. We're moving on. All right, so let's see. So I never told him about my missing papa. Never told him about status about being a hybrid. We were not allowed to speak our minds in our room. Wait, what? Oh, I gotta stop jumping the gun. So there's a reason why he hasn't told her, like, at all. Okay, so that answers it. We were not allowed to speak our minds in our room. So in our room, you mean this room, this apartment right here, or is it this specific room, or is it the entire like apartment? If so, no wonder. I kind of see where this is going. This was the bizarre fairy tale world that Mama made, and we lived in it like it was a stage prop built for a mother and son. Oh, okay, that makes me even more sad. Like, wow. So that's So this entire place, so I was kind of spot on. So like it essentially is a fantasy world. This is her way. This okay, so people cope in so many different ways. Like some people do drugs, some people turn to alcohol, right? And some people just escape in their head, right? And essentially, this is, she doesn't have a name. This is Melon's mom's coping mechanism, right? Her fantasy world. Like the outside, she doesn't want any part of the outside in her space whatsoever. Has that been the healthiest for her son? I don't think so. I mean, why would it be? Like Melon doesn't have anyone to confide in. Like she like this. It bothers me because Melon. So she asks this question: have they done anything to make you feel bad? Right? And Melon, how would she have answered if he like actually tried to tell her or whatever? She would probably like brushed it off and just kind of like not acknowledged it or whatever. I don't know, man. I want to see how they like interact with each other. Like you see them having, what is this, hot pot? It looks like hot pot. It was a stage prop built for mother and son. So all of this is fake. All of it. And keep in mind what we know about Melon. Something that I empathize with him greatly on. He can't taste anything, so right? And he has trouble like feeling things in general. Like he gets bullied because, you know, his status as a hybrid. He has like the outward stigma of his appearance and that of a hybrid, right? He has leopard and gazelle qualities, right? Compared to Legosi, who was just born, you know, a wolf outwardly. He has Komodo dragon blood, but essentially Legosi kind of just got off scot-free because, you know, he didn't have any other traits that would indicate he's anything other than a gray wolf, you know? But Melon, no, he because Melon exists, it draws attention to, you know, the mom right here, and it puts pressure on her, especially since she's in a, you know, a single parent household with the dad not missing. That's a lot of like stress if she really did eat him, you know. So I don't know, man. There's let's see, there's more to the story here. I'm speculating and I'm just trying to think like what could have possibly happened. Predation's the easy thing, but you know, you never know. Maybe because keep in mind, all of this is from Melon's point of view, right? And I said before that, you know, maybe I should take Melon, you know, we should take Melon's words with a grain of salt, right? Like, because, you know, he's kind of like the Joker of this world, and, you know, Joker's backstory and origin story just changes on the fly, but I don't think it's that really, because there's an air of sincerity whenever Melon is talking about his past, right? About his mom, the things he remembers and stuff like that. So I don't think Melon has a reason to try and like deceive us in any way, because Melon's, we say he's crazy, but he's not insane. There's a difference. He's crazy, but he's not insane. You know, there's an intelligence to his character, despite, like, you know, under all his suffering, right? Because Melon is suffering. Like, even with the, like, keep in mind, even this delicious bowl of hot pot, mind you, Melon can't taste this at all. Melon can't taste any of it, right? And not only that, he is suppressed, you know, inwardly, because, you know, he's biologically not right, because he's from two different like species, both carnivore and herbivore. So that messed up his sense of taste. So all of it tastes like sand to him. Compare and contrast with Legosi, who was a kid, and at least he had his favorite fries that his grandpa used to get for him, right? And even as a teenager, Legosi still had his favorite egg sandwich, right? He can enjoy that. Melon can't enjoy anything, right? So he's repressed constantly from enjoying life, right? And he comes home and he's even repressed there. He's not allowed to talk about what he's going through because this is a fantasy space that his mom pretty much, fabricated for herself, and he lives in it. I don't know, man. Anyway, that was a long rant, but we're gonna move on now. So, let's see. All right, so it's what he said. It's a stage prop. It's nice that you're not picky. Oh, yes. He kind of has like no choice. He can't taste anything. It's just that meat and vegetables taste like nothing to me. Okay, there it is. Tastes like nothing. It was all very dull. But I wanted to think that Mama's love for me. You've got food on your face was the only thing in our room that was real. Okay. That's sad though. Just not being able to taste anything. I've actually experienced that before, and it's a living hell. Right? And this is the only thing that's letting Melon like hang on, because it's devastating. Like, kids are mean, especially when you're his age and you're just trying to find where you fit in the world and all that. But at least you have this. It may not be perfect, and I don't know if he's a kid. This is all through the lens of a child, essentially, right? So how would he know that this isn't okay, right? So essentially what I feel this is leading to, a ticking time bomb. Like, Melon's gonna explode at some point, and we're gonna find out the catalyst. I feel like we're gonna find out what's the catalyst gonna be that gets him to the point to being the Melon that we know today. So, and it looks like it was her. We're gonna find out why though. So let's see. Whenever she would call my name, Melon, with her feline spine-covered grater-like tongue, it would always come out as sweet as a trill. I liked it when Mama called me by my name. There's a lot of emphasis on that tongue, though, so it's Melon. Ugh, I can't do it. Alright. It made me feel that I wasn't a hybrid, that I wasn't a carnivore or herbivore, that I was simply Melon myself. Says name origins. Today we will be talking about morals. Okay, so name origins. A name is the first sign of love every parent gives to their child. That's why everyone's name is very meaningful. Interesting. When you all get home, please ask your parents for the origin of your names and write it on a piece of paper. That is your homework, and it's due Friday. Okay. Melon. Is your silly name supposed to mean anything? Tell us. I bet your mom named you Melon because she likes melon bread. Melon bread. Now that I think about it, why is his name Melon? That's just kind of I'm trying to think. What is a melon? Is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? Wait, that's a good question. What is a melon? Melon is it a fruit? Wait, it comes from the ground, right? So melon's a fruit. No, it's not a fruit. Fruit grows on trees. So is it a vegetable? No, it's not a vegetable either. No, it's definitely not a vegetable. What is a melon? Is it both? Is it a fruit and a vegetable? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't think it's either. So I don't think it's... I feel like I want to Google it, but I don't want to... No, that's cheating. So I'm just going to say... Is that fruit? I'm not sure if it's a fruit or not. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. But if it's not either, right? Maybe it's representative of Melon's hybrid nature. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what a melon is. It'd be useful to know if it was a fruit or a vegetable. Anyway. She's the kind of female who got a kid from a gazelle after all. Your mommy isn't right in the head. Okay, so there it is. Even when you think like, you know, the genuine just like curiosity, you have this dipshit right here who just had to do it, right? I wanted to kill him. Okay, so this is okay, so that's the melon right there that we know. So this is the darkness that is slowly creeping its way into Melon's heart every single day, because he gets bullied non-stop, it seems, right? And comments like this that spark his rage, because you see how his eyes change, right? How they're all like, you know, how they're all wide and they're all, you know, they're cute, and then they go to like a sadistic look, like that's his bloodlust, like picking up, right? And we know what happens like later on. So how would Mama have reacted if I killed the bastard who insulted her? I thought about it for a few seconds, but I couldn't find an answer even though I was her own son. What? You're creepy. Let's get out of here. Bro, you don't know what's coming to you. Okay, so it's funny. All right, even his eyes stay the same here. You just see where he's going, right? Like just the constant bullying, and man, I don't know, that sucks. So of course this happened, and I wonder if Melon's gonna ask her, right? I wonder if that's gonna be brought up. But they're in their special room, and what Melon said before, they can't talk about anything from the outside in their special room. So he can't even he can't communicate with her. Like, who can he talk to if he doesn't have any friends, right? He doesn't have any friends he can talk to. Essentially no one he can talk to. He doesn't have a jack. So let's see. They're back in the room. So she's ironing and they're watching TV. A name is the first sign of love every parent gives to their child. Mama? Yes? Okay, that panel though. Hold up. Okay, so that gives... that's ominous. Okay, so that gives... Is it raining outside? No, it's clear. So that gives me the indication that this is where things are about to go south. This is the origin of, you know, not just the origin of his name, but this is the origin of where Melon becomes Melon. Because it's like when lightning strikes, when you know, something sinister is happening and you see the shadows in the room just changing. Oh, that's scary. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen. I learned about morals today, and I got a homework assignment for name origins. Why did you decide to name me Melon? Okay, so let's see. Why did you decide? There's a lot of emphasis on that iron. Like, I'm noticing it now. So I'm wondering, what's the iron? What role is the iron gonna play? There's emphasis on the iron, but she didn't say anything. So let's see. I wonder if that's not allowed. Can they talk about that? Oh, that scared me. That panel. Oh, and I just realized the entire time we've seen her. Let me go back. The entire time we've seen Melon's mom, her eyes have been closed, right? You know, she has a serene look, right? Happy, beautiful. And then we get to this part right here, and then she opens her eyes. Oh, that's so creepy. Melons, you see, are not fruits nor vegetables. Oh, Okay. They just thank you for answering my question, Melon's mom. But geez, man, that look though. Look at Melon's face. That's I don't want to look at that anymore. Okay, so melons are neither fruits nor vegetables. So was I right about it representing melon's hybrid status? But melons are neither fruits nor vegetables, but they still taste good. You are not a carnivore nor a herbivore, but I still want you to live a life as sweet as melons. That is my wish that signifies your name. Oh, that's okay. Why did it seem so sinister when okay, so that's not bad. That's not scary. Okay. That's actually really sweet of Melon's mom. It's a weird name, but yeah. She wants her son to live a life as sweet as melons. That's wonderful. I like that. That was the first time that my mama talked about my status as a hybrid. These clothes, they're burnt. And yet, she still insisted on using that fairy tale tone of hers. Wait. So why did that bother her though? Hold on. Because I don't know, man. I hope what I think is gonna happen isn't gonna happen. Because okay, so if you've been following, when I during the chapters where Beastars started getting weird, Beastars has a tendency, what's it called? To just pull a 180 for no reason without any indication that it's gonna happen. Like it's a case of tonal whiplash that just catches you off guard, and it's just like for instance, the drama club incident with Kibi when he got his arm torn off. That was one, and it just came out of nowhere. Like, what? Oh my god. Ugh. Break your neck from all that whiplash. And I feel like it's coming on, and I don't know why. Maybe there's more. I don't know. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. I'm just trying to prepare myself for it, because you read the series enough and you're just like, oh, you can just feel it coming. So let's see. So I'm wondering, is that something she didn't want to talk about? Because it clearly bothered her enough to where she wasn't paying attention to the clothes, and she burnt this shirt right here, right? And I'm trying to... Okay, so look at, Okay, so I'm trying to think. Look, I'm trying to... Okay, so look how Melon is holding his mom's, wrist right here. That's a dominant behavior that Melon's, exhibiting, right? He's not gently, taking her hand off the iron. He's, grabbing her wrist and... Well, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing you would do as a kid. I don't know. I don't know. That's just kind of like a macho thing to do. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. But this part right here. That was okay. So that's the first time. Wow. So he lived his life not knowing this entire time. That's the first time his mom talked about his status as a hybrid. Seriously. So during this entire time, he just didn't know anything regarding himself, right? So there's a lack of identity with Melon, right? So how can you just so this entire time she's essentially just been ignoring him, ignoring his needs, sure, she would see to his physical needs, that he's clothed, that he's fit, that he's bathed, but his mental needs, right? Validation, first, Melon doesn't know himself, not really, because she hasn't taught him that, right? And for him to learn where his name finally came from. And they're putting a lot of emphasis on that she still insisted on using that fairy tale tone of hers. Is that even real? Like, cause I'm trying to see it from Melon's point of view and his perspective. Like, did she? Is that true? Because all of this is from Melon's perspective, right? She says it in a fairy tale tone. Maybe it brings comfort to her, and that's why she named him Melon. Truly, and this is coming from a mother to a son, so I believe that she does want the best for him. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me continue on. Oh, fucking knew it. Okay, see, look, this is where I said like tonal whiplash is gonna like just happen, you know? First, it's like, okay, I knew this was the hint right here, and then it goes like, oh, a life as sweet as melons, and then this right here. What's that about, man? Come on now. She had still insisted on using that fairy tale tone of hers, and I couldn't forgive her for it. Melon just wanted his mom. When it came to him, Melon wanted it to feel real to him, right? And he didn't get that. Like, his entire life, he's gone in his entire life without essentially not knowing who he is, right? That's what I'm getting. He can't taste anything. He has no friends. So, oh man. Okay, so let's see. I'm looking at the panels. Okay, Mama. So he's just burning her hand now. Mama, this is reality. My life as a hybrid is nothing but reality. I know, because you have your papa's eyes, and I love them very much for it. I love those frightened eyes in that frail body. They're the very essence of a herbivore's beauty. This is kind of scary, because she's not even, that's a hot iron, and she's not even like resisting, like, at all. She's still smiling as well. But she's coming, look at Melon, like, it's stressing him out. Like, I wonder if this is, okay, I believe this is the first time Melon lashed out like this. He didn't give any indication that he's done this before, so it's just like, this is, alright, so throughout his life, like, Melon's just been getting, alright, so, like, an analogy to you have a cup, and is it half, and there's water in it, right? Is it half empty or is it half full, right? Alright, so what are you going to fill the cup with? Some might fill it with water, some might fill it with Kool-Aid, and some might fill it with shit, right? And you keep throwing shit in the cup, and eventually it's going to overflow. Shit is animal society, right? Even though Melon's a kid, he's dealing with life as a hybrid, right? And eventually that cup is full of shit, is gonna spill over, right? And because he's got a cup full of shit and not a cup full of clean water, it's spilling over, and this is the result of the shit right here, right? So, and it's stressing him out while he's doing it. Look at his forehead. The Melon we know now kills without a second thought. He enjoys it. But this little guy, it's stress to him. Look at him. He just wants his mom to acknowledge reality, to truly acknowledge him as Melon, right? You remind me of your papa's flavor, which I love so much. Melon. Oh my God, hold on. You have your papa's eyes, and I love them very much for it. I love those frightened eyes and that frail body. They're the very essence of a herbivore's beauty. You remind me of your papa's flavor, which I love so much, Melon. So there's emphasis on her tongue, because whenever she says his name, Melon, She does it with like a trill. And that's a thing that Melon said he loved that his mom did, because it, you know, like she sang it with love, right? And here it's subverting our expectations, just like it did with Melon, because oh wait, my mom wasn't saying it with love, she was saying it with hunger, right? Mama's sweet trill. The grater on her feline tongue wasn't meant for calling her son by his name. They were meant for scraping meat off bone. In truth, I always knew it. So, so he's just gonna beat her to death with the iron? You were always a maiden in love, Mama. So he just bludgeoned her to death with the hot iron. Holy shit. Tonal whiplash, man. Paru does it again. When I destroyed Mama, who was always crazy, along with our stupid room, I felt that our room had become normal for once. Ah, that's right. I forgot to clarify one of Mama's misunderstandings. I don't think I take after Papa. Him being weak and frail? You know, I very much take after Mama. Hello? Is this the police? Someone just broke into our house. So this is how he did it? That's nuts to me. So he just killed his mom in cold blood. There's something off about it, though. There's something really off about all this. I'm trying to figure out what it is. So he just got taken into custody. I'd imagine he'd say, oh, yeah, someone just broke into our house. So that's how he got away with it. And he's still a kid, so I'd imagine he'd be taken into, like, protective custody and stuff like that. Probably put in an orphanage and yada yada, live his life like that. And yeah, okay. But that's messed up. And I'm trying to think. It's so off. I'm trying to think ahead. I don't want to end it just yet because something felt off about this entire, like, this entire exchange. And I'm trying to figure out what it is. Like, sure, we've got revelations and all that, but she told us nothing. She told us something. Oh, okay, never mind. I think I figured out what it is. You have to keep in mind, all of this is coming from Melon's perspective, right? Throughout this entire thing, this is Melon's first. That makes so much sense, because I even said it at the beginning. We're viewing this through the eyes of a kid, not just any kid. We're viewing this through the eyes of a repressed kid, right? Constantly represses himself, right? Through no choice, it's not all his fault. It's very much his mother's fault right here. So this is just a result of it. Man, but it just really sucks to see the darkness in society win Melon's heart. And this is the result of that. The darkness won in his heart. This could have easily been, well, I won't get into that, but okay, so it seems messed up, I'm going to say this, but she never actually said that. Coming from the eyes of Melon, like as a kid, she never actually said that she ate his dad, right? I know it's so easy to be like, oh, it's implied, right? But she never actually said it. She just said, you remind me of your papa's flavor, which I love so much, right? And if it functions the way I think it does, you have to remember that they're animals, so they clean each other. So it would make sense for him to like give him a bath, like with her tongue. So okay, but what about the dad? scraping meat off bones is what he said. I just don't see it. But that's the thing, though. That's just it's just so easy to be like, oh yeah, Melon's mom ate Melon's dad, but she didn't say it though. And I'm trying to view this from Melon's perspective. For the first time in his life, he got, okay, so say if I were to give Melon's mom the benefit of the doubt, right? Melon called his mom crazy. That's from his perspective, right? She copes unhealthily, most definitely, but crazy, it's from Melon's perspective, right? And this is the day Melon became Melon, right? So maybe Melon's the one that's going crazy here. Again, her fault. And I know I'm going in circles. I have a point to this. But what if it was true? Because I go back to the name, right? Because it parallels legacy. Like, what did Liano say to legacy at the end of that chapter? It was, you can be stronger and sweeter than any pure-blooded wolf could, right? Compared to what Melon's mom said, she wants her son to live a life as sweet as Melon's. I don't think that was a lie, just because of the meaning of the name. Because that had well thought out like intention behind it, because she knew that, because it goes back to the name origin, right? Because she knew that her son was going to be born a hybrid, potentially, right? And he was going to probably be living a hard life, and there's going to be stigma that comes with it. And for her to name him Melon, that's a well thought out name with the meaning behind it. To live, she wants him to truly live a life as sweet as Melon's. And another thing that fell off, he's burning her. She doesn't respond. So she's just as repressed and as numb as Melon over here, which is where I feel he gets it from, right? She's ignoring the pain. Like she's hurting, but she's ignoring it. And just like Liano, I feel like she was depressed and repressed as well. Because think of it like this, comparing those two characters. Liano had the stigma of being a hybrid. Melon's mom just has the stigma of rumor of her like potentially eating her husband or whatever, or her boyfriend. I don't know if they were ever married. We don't know anything. Did they say? Hold on. Did the neighbors say? Was she ever married? Because there's just so much information we don't have that we just can't take at face value. What about the gazelle husband? The word is she predated him. Okay, so the thing about that is, we don't know if she was married or not. That's just coming from the neighbors. See, nothing is really coming firsthand from Melon's mother right here, And that's what I'm finding sketch about this. Like this entire thing. Like that was, that was a cutaway from the neighbors. And then we have this over here. Melons are neither fruits nor vegetables. And I felt like this right here came from the heart. And the way she... Alright, so the way she said it, in a fairy tale tone of hers, I see why now. It was a dream for her son. And dreams are fantasy, right? And because of that, Melon, I feel like from a perspective of a child, Melon truly couldn't process that. And this is where he snapped, right? He didn't believe it, right? And when she said this, I believe Melon truly panicked here and just like took things out of like context, because he doesn't have context. He really doesn't. This is the first time that they've ever talked about him, right? And Melon's mother hasn't really told him anything. And he snaps, and then boom. But the thing about it is, this is why it's bothering me. she's not fighting back. Sure, she took a blow to the head, but he's still a kid, right? She's stronger and all that as well. She just isn't fighting back. She didn't resist here. Where is it? She didn't resist here. She continues to let it stay. And boom, she's just not fighting back. And that's what's bothering me. And I'm just like, she wanted to die. That's why I was getting Liano vibes. I'm just like, so this was just a drawn out, like, this was just a suicide note on her part. I don't think she knew Melon would do that, but I do feel like that's what she wanted, you know? Because even if we go back to the beginning where she said, hold on, let me go back. I can't, thanks for getting, so she sends Melon out for errands. And she's like, I can't go outside as much as I'd like to. It's the same situation that was with Liano, where she feels trapped, right? Like, there's nothing, as long as she has Melon, like, she feels like she can't really, like, leave the house because she's being bullied, right? That's the darkness of this, what I said before, this is the darkness of society right here. Just like what we saw when we saw Melon being bullied at school, that's, you know, animal society darkness as well. Melon gets exposed to it because he actually leaves and he goes out and stuff, and he has to experience the world, you know, as a hybrid, whereas Mom doesn't want to. She's scared to go out there, right? She, you know, we've seen how it is, like, we've seen how it is when you actually predate someone, but to actually have rumors that you predated someone floating around your head, like, we don't know if she actually did, though, because at first I was just gonna write off, oh, that's what happened to Melon, like, she ate him, but we don't know that because Melon doesn't know that. He came to that conclusion, but he's a kid, right? And she didn't say she did it. But I guess the other argument is, well, why would she have to? Like, you point to everything else. You're like, oh, look, she doesn't talk about her feelings. Like, she, you know, she's in a world of fantasy. She's crazy. I don't think she is. I really don't. Maybe a little, she doesn't cope healthily, most definitely. But I definitely think Melon is the one who snapped here. This is animal society's darkness that is putting her in this cage. You know, sure, it's she's to blame as well, but it's the same darkness that crept into Melon's heart and caused him to commit matricide, right here and here. There's just so much, but this just makes Melon an even sadder character than he already was. You know? And and even the one thing that he thought he had, right? The one thing that he loved was just, man, to just have these revelations, like, out of the blue, and then the one thing that you love your mom to do, framing it in a perspective that she just thought of you as, like, food, you know, just as meat to eventually eat, just like she did your dad. That's insane, you know? And the thing about that is, it'd be even more sad if that's not even, like, what she meant, you know? And the truth be told, I don't think that's it. I don't think she did not say that she ate his dad, right? I felt like this was you know, phrased a specific way, because there's ambiguity here. But I truly believe that what she said, you know, she wants him to live a life as sweet as melons, she thought it through. I truly believe that came from the heart. I felt like this is where Melon snapped and he went crazy. I believe she was, I hope I'm right. I truly believe Melon's mom was being sincere when she said it. I truly believe it. I believe Melon just didn't believe it. Because it was a dream. That's a name, it was a dream. And that's okay. That's his mom, and that was her hope for him, because she knew that he was gonna have a hard life. Right? And for him to just like reject it because he thought it was a fairy tale. She's aware. I truly believe she's also aware of what's going on in his life, right? And I'm trying to put my mind in the perspective of his mom as well. It's hard out there. We've seen it, like, throughout this series. We've seen how it is with the back alley market, Animal Society's darkness, even how hybrids are treated in their world. So it would make sense for her to, in her own way, even if it was unhealthy, to create a safe haven to where they could just be happy, because she's not receiving any happiness out there. She gets bullied. That's what was being implied there. That's why she doesn't leave. That was coming from the perspective of Melon, what he remembered, right? She receives just as much stigma as Melon, because she's being accused of predation, but that's coming from neighbors. It's speculation. I'm rambling on, but oh man, this is just sad, man. It really sucks to see like just darkness in general win someone's heart like this. Because Melon's kind of a tragic character. At least, and he's truly the foil to Legacy, like the counterpart to Legacy. At least Legacy had people in his life who cared about him. At least he had Gosha, his grandfather. At least he had Jack. At least he had his favorite fries. At least he had his favorite egg sandwich. Melon didn't have anything. But that's where the sucky part comes in. The tragedy of it. If this is going the direction I think it's going, I truly believe his mother meant it, and I truly believe it wasn't a lie. It wasn't in fantasy. I truly believe that part came from the perspective of Melon as a child, and he was misguided. And I feel like that's gonna be the irony of it. Like, she actually meant it. She really wanted him to live a life as sweet as Melon's. And she really did love her son. That's what I believe. And I'm sticking to it. That's what I believe. And that's gonna be even sadder. Like, if I don't know if it's gonna get brought up again, or I don't know where this is gonna go, but that's just what I believe. I could be wrong. I've been proven wrong before, although I'm rarely wrong. But I don't know. I've rambled so much. I've rambled so long. That's insane to me. There's just so much to it, though. Like, I could talk forever about this topic. Like, what happened? Oh, that was the end? Okay. Yeah, but I could talk for so long about the topic. Oh, man. Like, Melon really jumped the gun here. Like, we learned essentially nothing. We learned his name, and that's it. Melon just knows his name, and that's it. He doesn't know the circumstances. He doesn't know anything. He jumped to his own conclusions, right? So it's just like, what was all that for? And we got hints of his bloodlust, and it just came, his shitty cup just spilled over here, of all times. But that's it. No more rambling from me. It has been a ride, let me tell you. I've talked for so long. I normally don't go this long, but I really need a new headset. It has been fun. This chapter has been fun. It's a roller coaster. Man, poor Melon's mom. I truly believe what I said. I hope this gets touched on again. He thinks of his mom quite a bit, so it might. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, man. It's been cool, and I will see you next time. Let me know what you thought about this chapter, if you sat through the whole hour or whatever. But anyway, bye now. See you during 163.